Deshaun Watson certainly hasn't lived up to the expectations the Cleveland Browns had for him when they gave up 3 first-round draft picks and gave him a monster contract to be their franchise quarterback. Struggled last year, and through the first couple games this year hasn't looked particularly impressive, especially last night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. After Nick Chubb went down with that horrific injury, they were really relying on Deshaun Watson, and he came up short. Not only that, but several times he was called for personal fouls for just straight-up grabbing Steelers players' face masks and trying to throw them around with it. And then he made contact with an official and shoved an official, yet somehow received no penalty, no ejection, and not yet any suspension from the NFL. But that might change. NFL will evaluate and discuss all plays involving Deshaun Watson infractions on Tuesday because it was so blatant and obvious on a national stage that everybody was talking about this. NFL fans are furious Deshaun Watson wasn't ejected on Monday night. Deshaun Watson placed his hands on an official to shove him out of the way during Monday night's Browns vs. Steelers game this evening. However, it didn't result in a flag. By rule, if a player places hands on an official, the crew has the authority to eject a player, or at the very least, the play can occur a 15-yard penalty. But the ref who was shoved by Watson didn't make any consequential decisions. Watson was allowed to stay in the game. This is the play. Take a look at this. This is after he grabbed someone's face mask and essentially threw them down out of bounds. This is what happened. Right? So, and you can see, I can totally understand in the heat of the moment, you don't necessarily know who's got you, whatever, you're mad, all this stuff. But he absolutely shoved an official, not just made contact, he shoved an official out of the way who was trying to get him to back off. That is absolutely what happened. You can watch it one more time. Now, normally, for nearly every other player in the history of the league, when we see this, they do get ejected for much less than that. But nothing happened to Deshaun Watson. A lot of people noticed it last night. Deshaun Watson made contact with official, should be ejected. Whoa, Deshaun Watson shoved an official. Why wasn't he ejected? Deshaun Watson should have been ejected here automatically. Deshaun Watson may have gotten away with one here. Should he have gotten ejected for this? And not only that, but in the post-game press conference, he completely lied about the entire interaction. When a reporter asked, hey, what was that going on? You made contact with that official. Some people were saying he should have been ejected. And he acted like he had no idea what they were talking about.
I didn't know that.
You don't even remember
No, that didn't.
And I'm sorry this video is so fucking small. I don't know why it's like this on Twitter. But
Which part? No, me and the ref was having a conversation. There was no contact with the ref. No, we were having a conversation. The whole thing on the sideline was, and I'm not going to get into it. We spoke about it, me and that coach for the Steelers. So we're on good terms. I'm not going to speak.
Yeah, there was no contact. Listen, we know that maybe it's not the first time that Deshaun Watson has misled people about some illegal contact before. We understand that, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm glad Deshaun Watson was not ejected from the game because it allowed him to stay on the field and show that he is still not living up to this contract that the Browns gave him. They had hoped they'd finally found their solution at quarterback after hunting for the last 2 decades. But as of right now, especially with Nick Chubb going down, Deshaun Watson has a lot of work to do to prove to Browns fans that he can be that guy that people thought he was when he got there from Houston. And it looks like after everything that happened, the multiple personal fouls and the contact with the referee that wasn't punished in the game, maybe Deshaun Watson misses a few games. Maybe the NFL does suspend him. I guess we'll see going forward. What do you guys think about what happened last night, Deshaun Watson's performance, and him lying or maybe misremembering about touching the official? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.